documents are users and will give to whom? Developer for coding. Okay, once coding is done, on that coding unit testing will happen. Again coding, again unit testing. Until satisfactory results are not coming, this unit testing is continuous process. Once a programmer convinced with his code by through unit testing, he will commit the code to repository, nothing but Git or SVN. When test results are positive, then you will commit the code to code repository. I want to keep stable code in the code repository. I want to give tested code in the code repository. Everyone, please respond, guys. The business analyst or product owner will design the user stories or will design document. Give to developer. Developer do coding for his task. The task will be continuously tested using unit testing tool. Once he feel okay is stable, code is perfect, he will commit the code to whom, guys? Then he will commit the code to whom? Git repository. Git or SVN repository. Yeah. Testings done by developers. Testings done by developers, guys. Are testings done by developer. Unit testing, peer testing, integration testing. Under the monitoring of TL, it will happen, boss. Integration testing means what? Whether all modules are properly integrated or not. All parts of the projects are well connected or not. Right? Talks about modules or application integration, guys. Remaining testings will be there in the QA team. Done by testers. Project. Not individual pieces, guys. Individual pieces, right? Performance testing, navigation testing, user experience test, system test, load test, functional testing, sanity testing. All these things will be done by who? Testers. So when you go to testing module, you will understand all these wordings. But these are what? Performance means what? When number of users are increasing or decreasing, performance is good or not. In morning hours, late night hours, performance is good or not. Navigation, hyperlinks of the project are properly working or not. User experience, when newcomer comes, is able to see all the content of the screen or not. His experience is good or not. He is feeling proper. He is feeling fantastic while operating the website or not. System test, guys. The whole project test will be, and entire each operation related time consuming results will come. Please switch off your cameras. Please switch off your cameras. I will be forced to remove from the meeting, boss. If you switch on your camera, you will be removed from the meeting. Am I clear? Warning to everyone. If you switch on your camera, you will be removed from the meeting. Came mode of the meeting. Yours. Medapalli Rajesh, the worst fellow, keep the phone aside. Listen the class. Medapalli Rajesh, switch off your camera. Yours, switch off your camera. Okay, guys. Tell me. So, as part of right, boss. Only 3 testings are responsible as a developer, guys. But if you are a full stack developer, okay, as part of testing environment, we are going to learn all these testings using what? Different tools and manual testing process. Different testing process. Clear, boss? Super. Okay. Our focus is on boss. Our focus unit can be by develop. See guys, TL means team leader, PL means project leader, PM means project manager. Okay. Manual unit testing, unit testing. Okay, JUnit is not for automatic unit testing. JUnit is known for automated unit testing. Okay, manual unit testing means what, guys? Okay, we have to take the support of Excel sheets or piece of paper. There we will do testing, boss. There we will do testing. When these inputs are given manually, this output is expected. When we run the code, same output came or not. If comes, we record entire thing in a Excel sheet. If comes, we record everything in a Excel sheet. Okay, suppose I tested the code with 20 varieties of inputs. Okay, in Excel sheet, 20 entries will be there. When I give these inputs, this output is expected. These are the original results. These are the actual results given by application. Both are matching. Test result is positive. Both are not matching. Test result is negative. Both are matching. Test result is positive. Both are not matching. Test result is negative. Is that clear, guys? Limitations of manual unit testing, boss. No productivity. Why no productivity, guys? Why no productivity? Everything we should write on piece of paper or Excel sheet. Takes a lot of time to write on with paper or with Excel sheet, guys. Come on, what is meant by productivity, boss? Doing more work in less time. If you are not automating it, if you are doing everything on paper or through Excel sheet, it's going to take a lot of time or not. Writing test report manually is a complex process. An Excel sheet report, just now I said, na? Excel sheet report, I have to sit and write Excel sheet report manually. Take each case, give those inputs, keep expected results in mind and get the actual result. If both are matching or not matching, you have to write one entry in Excel sheet. So you have to write that one manually, boss. It's time-consuming process. Presenting test cases to TL or superior is complex process. An Excel sheet, na boss. We have to present in the form of Excel sheet. But TL want to really check whether this is tested properly or not. Again, he want to test. He has to give lot of inputs manually. Or not? I want reply. Presenting test plan, test cases to TL or superior is complex process, guys. And moreover, when TL or superior wants to retest it, again you should do manually. It's a time-consuming process. Next one, test regression. Repeating test is very complex, boss. Listen, whenever code changes, we have to retest the code. Whenever logics are changed, we have to retest it, either by programmer, either by TL, or either by colleague. Okay, suppose on my logic I have written 20 test cases having 20 varieties of inputs. Small logic changed in my business environment. Okay, again I have to run 20 test cases manually. Okay, this is going to be complex or not? Is it not going to be complex? Super, guys. And it is not industry standard. A manual process is not at all industry standard, guys. Yeah, in order to overcome these problems, boss, what we have to use? Unit testing through automation. Okay, that is nothing but JUnit, boss. To To work this problem, take the support of unit testing automation tools like JUnit, HTTP unit, Marketo, TestNG, and etc. TestNG and etc. Okay, guys. HTTP unit is given for testing the web application, guys. For HTTP unit, Marketo, TestNG, JUnit is the base tool. Java-based unit testing tools, guys. And all these are extensions of JUnit. Basic principles are given by JUnit, depending on our extensions. For example, you take JUnit. JUnit is capable of testing only standalone environment application. No, sir, I want to test a web applications code, request response related information. Request response related information I want to test. Then you have to bring HTTP unit into picture. Okay, guys. Next, boss. My project should talk to some external project, but that is still not ready because my license with that external company is not completed. Though that is not there, we have to test our local code by assuming that is there, by creating mock external services, model external services, dummy external services. Then Mockito comes into picture or not? Then Mockito comes into picture or not? I want reply. People, when you go to war, when you send military person to war, guys, when you send military person to war, he has to kill the enemy, who is a real person. But while doing shooting practice, do you think they will keep real persons? While doing shooting practice in campus, training campus, do you think they will keep shooting real people? No, no. They will keep dummy humans, dummy targets, right? And you have to do your shooting practice on those dummy targets. Yes, na boss? It's the same thing here also. My local project wants to talk with external project. Suppose e-commerce application for payment, it has to talk with PayPal. PayPal still I have not ready, or I have not done tie-up with PayPal. I have not done proper tie-up with PayPal, right, boss? I have not done proper tie-up with PayPal. Understanding my statement?
ఆయనే ఆగినట్టున్నాడు. ఆ చాట్ బాక్స్ ఓపెన్ చేసి చదువుకుంటుంటాడు మధ్య మధ్యలో.
Yeah. HTTP unit, Marketo, TestNG, JUnit is the base tool, guys. Super.
చెప్పను నేను, ఆయన చదువుకుంటున్నాడు చాట్ బాక్స్లో.
In test results, we can see. When you run the test cases, when you run the test plans, you will get 3 results, guys. Success, failure, errors. Success, expected results are matching with actual results, boss. The actual expected results are matching with actual results. Super. Failures, expect results are not matching with actual results. I expected 10, it has come 11. Failure. I expected 10, the actual result is also 10. Success. Okay. Errors, boss. While executing the code, exception raised. I expected some positive results, guys. I expected some 20, 30 as the output. But exception came. Application terminated. Application thrown exception. That is called error, boss. Unanticipated, unexpected exception has come while testing the code. Exception has not come in the unit testing code. Exception has come in the business logic. Exception has come in the real business logic. Right, boss? Super. What is the difference between failure and error, boss? What difference in failure and error? Failure means code executed smoothly, but expected results are not matching with actual results. There is no problem with the code. Code is giving its output. We are expecting something, came something else. Maybe small corrections in the business logic make rectify the problem. The exception is what? Code is talking to database can't go. Exception. My code is using other services, using network connection failure. Exception. Right? Or I stack underflow problem, stack overflow. Okay, actual code is has given result, but not matching with expected result. Failure, error. Actual code has not given result, rather it has thrown exception. Rather thrown off exception. Because of a number of reasons. Maybe database problem, connected network problem, stack memory problems, whatever it is, guys. Exception means error was. Failure means expected results are coming. Sorry, actual results are coming. Service class or main class. The class which you want to test. They can be one or more. There can be one or more service classes. Boss. Test case class. The class that contain test method can be one or more. Generally, for one main class, we'll take one test case class. For 10 main classes, 10 test case classes. Right, boss? Next, test suite allows to combine multiple test case classes to generate the test report. Allows to combine multiple test case classes to generate the test report. 0 or more, guys. Allows to combine multiple test case classes to generate test report. 0 or more, right? It's going to be 0 or more. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Allows to combine multiple test case classes to generate the test report, guys. This is going to be 0 or more. Fine, boss. Very important, guys. Test case main class where business logic is there. It's a bank class with withdraw, deposit, transfer money, business method. Test case classes where those methods are tested. Suppose here lot of main classes, lot of test case classes. I don't want to run each test case class separately. Then we have a test suite class, guys, where we can combine multiple test case classes and where we can get the report of all test cases classes together. Are you understanding my statement, boss? I repeat, boss. I have 10 main classes. How many test case classes I take? 10. You want to get report of all test case classes together, then you combine all of them into test suite classes. Each test method in test case class represent one test plan or test case. Test plan or test case is a code or logic where actual result will be matched with expected results. Where actual result will be matched with expected results. If a matched, test case is success. If not matched, test case is failed. Clear, boss? Got the point, my dear? We can run each test case class manual to generate test report. But if you want to get a test report of all test cases together, then we then take the support of test suite class. That's what I'm trying to say so far. If you run each test case class separately, only that test case class report will come. No, I want to get test report of all test cases class together. Then we have to go for test suite support, guys. Then we have to go for test suite support. Is that clear, my dear? Got the point? Eclipse IDE gives built-in support for JUnit, guys. That means Eclipse gives JUnit libraries as built-in libraries. Okay, you need not to add JUnit libraries separately in Eclipse. Is that clear, guys? To add JUnit libraries to Eclipse project, right click on project, build path, configure libraries, class path, add libraries, JUnit file. Okay, whenever you open Eclipse project, guys, okay, we can get it. But right now are we? So there is no need of collecting from internet. From Eclipse itself, we can collect and we can add them to project. From Eclipse itself, we can collect and we can add them to projects. But anyhow, we are not interested to use that option, guys. Anyhow, our project is going to be Maven project now, boss. Are you going to create our project as Eclipse project? In Eclipse Maven project. So in Maven, we use pom.xml to get the jars. In Maven also, JUnit is built in one. In Maven also, JUnit is built in one. But one problem is there. In Maven, JUnit 4 is coming. But latest one is JUnit 5. So that's why whatever jar we are getting in Maven as a default jar, that is not sufficient. We have to replace with what? JUnit 5. You have to replace with what? JUnit 5. Let me show all this stuff. Note, it is recommended to see JUnit with Maven or Gradle project because it gives support for built-in decompiler to see the source code and other advantages. To see the source code and other advantages. Yes. Always recommended to use JUnit along with the Maven. Along with the Maven setup. Along with the Maven setup. Right, boss?
ఈ మధ్యలో చాట్ బాక్స్ చదువుతుంటాడు అది ఎప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్.
It is recommended to use JUnit with Maven or Gradle project because it gives support. It gives built-in support for decompiler. And in Maven, we have a built-in decompiler, boss, to see the source code and other advantages. We have other benefits with Maven now, boss. Six boot. Kapacity is a different of space. 902 is our workspace, right? Yeah. Anyhow, this is in Eclipse itself, JUnit is there. That's what I'm trying to say. Fine, let it be. When it is ready, I will show. So let's come to JUnit 5 setup, guys. Tell me. JUnit 5 contains 3 runtime libraries. JUnit Jupyter, JUnit 5 boss, JUnit Vintage, JUnit 3.4 libraries. Backward compatibility. Listen carefully. JUnit integration to allow JUnit integration with TestNG, Mockito, and etc. And we are going to focus on one A and C boss. Why? Latest JUnit 5 is study, and we also see the integrations as part of Mockito 2. As part of Mockito 2. This is JUnit 5 architecture diagram. What is the base one, guys? Okay, base. All these IDEs are using that is linked to JUnit farm engine, and that engine is having 3 parts. How many parts, guys? Vintage engine, Jupyter engine, testing engine, right? Okay, guys. Tell me, vintage engine is what? Running on JUnit 4.2, guys. Okay, wherever that is, there our test code is present. Okay, Jupyter engine is linked with the Jupyter API, where test codes will be executed. Testing engine, TestNG engine, TestNG API. This is for integration test. This is for integration, purely for integration. Come on, guys. This is our code, guys. Code 2. This is our test cases where test plans are there. You can suppose if you have written by using Jupyter API, they are in JUnit 5. If you are written in what? JUnit 4.2 API, they are in what? Vintage boss. If they are in what? TestNG API, they are in integration part. They are in integration part, boss. Okay, guys. JUnit 5 Jupyter API gives 2 things, guys. One is annotation, one is assertions. One is annotation, one is assertions. You use them in development of test case classes and test methods. Yeah, what is my assertions, guys? Use assertions dot assertion triplex methods as static methods to match actual results with expected results and to generate the test report. To match actual result with what? Expected result and to generate the test report. And to test report. Are you getting my point there, guys? Are you getting my point there, guys? I want reply. JUnit 5 Jupyter gives 2 things, guys. One is annotation. And these are what? Set equal. Check the result is matching the actual results or not. As to whether expected results is true or not. Assert to false. Whether expected result is false or not. Are you getting my point there, boss? Come on, I want reply. These are the various annotations, boss. These are the various annotation. But mostly used annotation is @test. And these are the, come on guys, assert to triplex method. Assert to true, assert to same, assert to null, assert to not same, assert to not equals, assert to not null, assert to false, assert to equals, assert to array equals, come on. Assert to all, assert to truth. And exit. Assert to all, assert to throws, guys. These are the assert triplets. Sir, what is the difference between assert equals and assert same? Assert equal means content matching, boss. Content matching. Expected result is X. Generated result is also X. X is X or not. Assert same checks. Assert same. But both are pointing to same object or not. Whether both are pointing to same object or not. What you are expecting, what is coming. Both are pointing to same object or not. They check whether objects are same or not. Everyone understanding my statement, boss? Got it? Generally, the test case class name starts and ends with the test word. Generally, the test case class name and class name starts and ends with the test word. And all test methods are generally begins with the test word. And I see a service class where business logic is there. Test case class where test cases are there. That class name starts with what? Test. And all the methods that representing test cases in that class will also start their name with this test. They also start their name with this test, boss. Super. Service class, guys. Service class. Bank service. Calc simple interest, get balance. These are my business method. These are the methods to be tested. Next one. This is test case class name, guys. Test bank service test. Test case class name. These are the test methods, guys. Public wide test calc simple interest, public wide test get balance. And for every business method, one test method. If you want, you can write two, three test methods, guys. We can write 2, 3 test method or multiple test method. We write multiple form of the test methods to test main method or service method in multiple angles. In multiple angles. Tell me, boss, for one main class, one test case class. And in the test case class, multiple test methods will be there to test the business methods of main class or service class in different angles. Main class or service class in different angles. Main class or service in different angles. Got the clarity, boss? Tell me. In test case classes, each business method or service method, we need to write variety of test method, not quantity of test methods. Okay, when you are writing test methods, guys, in test case class, try to give variety. Don't go by quantity. I have a sum method. Okay, I have a sum method. Okay, you test that sum method with 1 and 2 values, 2 and 3 values, 4 and 5 values. Is there any variety, boss? All are positive numbers. Instead of that, you write one test method with positive inputs, with the negative inputs, with the mixed input, with the zero inputs. With positive numbers, with the negative numbers, with the mixed numbers, with the zero numbers. So variety is there or not there? So that's why the test methods in test case classes should represent varieties of inputs, not the quantity of inputs. Quality and variety is very important, boss. Listen, boss, eating food every day, you will try to eat same food or you will try to eat quality and variety food? You will try to eat same food or you will try to eat quality and variety food, boss? Quality and variety food. I want reply, my dear. Next one. Look at the login application. Or a Gmail login kind of login application. In login application, possible test methods are test plans. Tell me. Test with valid credential or a correct username and password. Test with invalid credentials. Wrong username or wrong password. Test with no credential. When no credential comes, should get validation errors. We should get validation errors. So here variety is there. Variety is there or not? For every variety, one test plan is written, boss. Some logic of two numbers, boss. Possible test methods are plans. Possible test methods are plans, guys. Test with positives. Test with negatives. Test with mixed values. Test with zeros. Test with floating points. Test with characters or strings. Test with the characters or strings, boss. Clear, my dear? Test with positives, test with negatives, test with mixed values, test with zeros, test with floating points, test with characters or strings. We have to test with varieties of inputs or not? Are you understanding my statement? We have to formula, boss. You are a code, na? When code is your, come on, guys. Don't write. I will share the notes. I'm sharing the notes, right? Okay, guys. Some logic of two numbers, guys. Savagere. For one set of inputs, one test case. Another set of inputs, another test case. Another set of input, another test case. Please. Shravya, we are writing tests. No, sir, in one test case only I will write if block, else block. Then what is the test report you will generate, my dear? Because you should have clarity na, when these inputs are given, this output came. Matching or not matching or test result is success or failure. Somewhere we have to have record na, boss. I hope you got the clarity. Always write test cases on what? Variety, not on the quantity. Don't go by quantity, always go by variety. Don't go by clarity, always go by variety. Vinayaka Dubey notes is there in the Google Drive and collect the Google Drive link from the admin. Please. Admins will not share the materials. Admins, faculty will share the material in the Google Drive and you have to collect from the Google Drive. Clear? You don't know the process. Why are you blaming the system, boss? And it's been practiced entire Maven tool and today you are asking freshly. Share the note she has not shared. First, you follow the system, my dear. You can follow the system if you attend classes properly. All are using Google Drive. This Mahan Purush came and saying that admin is not sharing the notes. Great people, guys. Super. Shall we run our first application? Shall we go for first one? We'll take some only. We'll try to test in different angles. We try to test in different angles. Okay. Yes, Meven and junit together we take, guys. Meven and junit together we take. Yeah, with this Meven story is over, guys. Yes, boss. Now tell me, Meven project. Tell me here. Meven iPhone. Archetype iPhone quick start. Meven iPhone archetype iPhone quick start. Tell me. junit pros 01. junit pros 01, right, boss? junit pros 01, right? Tell me. com.nt.test. com.nt.test, boss. Super. Save finish. junit pros 01, guys. Tell me. First application. Save finish, boss. I'm trying to create first project, guys, but it comes to default what it comes. Here is my yes, boss. junit pros 01, guys. Build success. Proper structure has come. Java. Sorry. Change the Java to Java. All the editors. Yeah, listen. Whenever Eclipse ID is loading something, boss, voice will be broken little bit. Voice will be cracked a little bit. Don't be panic. Don't be panic. When Eclipse is loading few things, it's most of the internet bandwidth. It will use most of the internet bandwidth. That time voice will crack a little bit. But don't be panic on it. Don't be panic on it. junit pros 01, guys. Here is my pom.xml, boss. Okay. I'm changing this one to 17. Save it. Right click. Tell me, guys. Right click. Even update project. Save okay. Even update project. Okay, guys. Now let's see. packages, guys. Package com.nt.service. Com.nt.service. I'm not okay. Com.nt.service. Here test is not required. Leave it. Test package is not required in the source area. But here test package is required. App test.java. It is based on junit 4, guys. I don't want to work on junit 4. I want to work with junit 5. So first of all, I have to change things in pom.xml. In pom.xml also, we are getting default. We are getting default junit, guys. But that is on 4th version, right? That is on 4th version. But we want to work with junit 5.1. So we should add 2 jar files related to junit 5, guys. We should add 2 jar file related to junit 5. Yeah, I want you people to change version to 17, guys. Nowadays, another stable version is 17 here, right? Another stable version is 17 here. Here is my 17, boss. $17 here. Here also 17. Super. Okay. Perform even update. Under dependency stack, 2 jars we have to add. Check it out. Jupyter 5.7.0. Jupyter parameters 5.7.0. Are 5 related, guys. Unit 5 related jar. From where we can get them? We can get them from mvnrepository.com. We can get them from mvnrepository.com. What do you say, guys? We can happily get them from mvnrepository.com. Super, guys. Tell me here. Jupyter API. Jupyter API, where we can see that. Oh, JUnit Jupyter API, boss. Yes, boss. 5.1. The latest only you can take. Latest only you can take, guys. Take latest version, not compulsory 5.7. At that time, 5.7. Now it is different version. 5.0.2, guys. 5.1, 10.2. Next, what is there, guys? JUnit params, boss. Where is that other one? JUnit params, right? JUnit Jupyter params. Five point 10.2, guys. 5.10.2. Copy this, my dear. Paste it. Say paste. So jars are added, my dear. Super. Jars are added. Okay. Now there is no meaning of this test case class, guys. Let's create with our own name, guys. Okay. Tell me first. Go to service class first. New class. Arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations, guys. Finish. Arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations, guys. Tell me here. Public int sum. into x comma into y. Return x plus y, guys. This is my business method, boss. Into x comma into y. This is my business method, right? Super. Now come to test package, guys. Right click, new class. Tell me. Test arithmetic. Test arithmetic operations is my class. Test arithmetic operations is my class name, guys. Yeah, for every variety, one test method, guys. Public void test sum with the positives. Yeah, first example, I will take it as a known out example only, guys. How to make it as a test method, guys? At the rate test. How to make it as a test method? At the rate test, right? Okay. Now tell me, boss, what is there? Value 1 is equal to 10. Value 2 is equal to 20. Into sum is equal to 30. This is expected, guys. What is there? Expected. Into actual is equal to. Actual is equal to. Tell me, boss. Yeah. New arithmetic dot. New arithmetic operations dot. Come on, guys. Sum of. Okay. Sum of. What is there? Sum of value 1 comma value 2. Value 1 comma value 2, guys. Value 1 comma and 2. Here what is there? Assert equals. Assert equals. Tell me. Assert equal. First expected. Then actual, boss. First expected, then actual. First expected, then actual, boss. Clear, my dear? Got the point, my dear? I want reply. Expected. Actually, the expected run. Okay. Expected. Spell mistake of. Yes, boss. Expected. Fine, boss. Right. First one is ready, boss. Second one is what? At the rate test. Test with negatives. Test with negatives, guys. Negatives. Test with negatives, right? Minus 10, minus 10. How much? Minus 30 should come. Super. Minus 30 should come. Next, test with zeros. Test with zeros. Test sum with zeros, guys. Test sum with zeros, right? Here is my 0. Here is my 0. End result is also 0, right, boss? Value 1, value 2. Super. Test sum with mixed values. Test sum with mixed values, right, boss? What values, guys? Mixed values. Test sum with mixed values. Okay, here positive number, here negative number. Okay, then expected will be how much, guys? Minus 10. Expected will be how much, guys? Minus 10. Negatives. Don't think much, guys. Negatives. Fine. Array, don't think small spell mistake. They are just method names. We can give any name. We can happily give any name now, boss. Okay, boss. Now listen carefully. Let's run the test report, guys. First, I will try to run through JUnit setup, guys. First, I will try to run with Eclipse JUnit support. Run as here JUnit test is there. JUnit test is there. Come on, guys. All are positive. Come on, guys. Green color. This is positive. This is positive. This is positive. This is positive. 4/4 are 0. Failures are 0. This is running through Eclipse JUnit, guys. Eclipse JUnit, right? This is running through Eclipse JUnit. Agree with me, boss? This is running through Eclipse JUnit. Okay, fine. No, sir, I want to run through Maven. I want to run through Maven. After all, I'm having Maven project. Run as Maven test. Run as Maven test. Console, guys. Downloading the necessary things. Now tell me here. Run. Failures are 0, errors are 0, skip is 0. Failures are 0, errors are 0, skip is 0. Convinced with me, boss? So we can run through JUnit support that is there in Eclipse. We can run through JUnit support that is there with Eclipse. Or as what? Maven, boss. We can run as a Maven setup also. We can run through Maven also, right, boss? Okay. Tell me, guys. Right click on the project. And as Maven test. Right click on the run as Maven test. You will get this kind of result here. You will definitely get this kind of result. I want reply. Definitely get this kind of result. Okay, now tell me, boss. I want to ignore one or other test, guys. Then what should I do? I want to ignore one or other test. What should I do, guys? I want to ignore one or other test. We can use @ignore. Here, in JUnit 5, @ignore is not there, it seems. Ignore, not there. Oh, in JUnit 5, not there. In JUnit 4, that annotation is there. JUnit 5, what is there, guys? JUnit 5, what is there? In JUnit 5, ignore is not there, boss. In JUnit 5, ignore is not there. Unfortunately, they have not given. Maybe they are asking you. Maybe they are asking you to go for. Okay. Maybe they are asking you to go for commenting. In JUnit 4, ignore is there. In JUnit 5, ignore is not there. In JUnit 5, ignore is not there. Leave it. We will discuss that. Because maybe they are asking you to go for a comment kind of thing. Now listen. But here one blunder happened. boss from my side. Let's try disabled, guys. Let's try disabled. Is there any option of disabled? Yes, boss. Disabled is there. Okay. Yeah, let me run it. Let me run it. Right click. Right click. Run on junit test. 4x4, one skipped. One skipped has come. You will get test result for 3 only. You will get test result for how many, guys? 3. This is ignored. Mixed values is ignored. Remaining 3 are positive. Remaining 3 are positive, right? So what is the observation, guys? Here is the point. Note, since yesterday, in Maven somehow we have worked with the JUnit 4, na? That knowledge is also there. In JUnit 4, use @ignore. Make one test method not participating in the unit test. Not participating in the unit testing. The same thing, the same operation in JUnit 5. JUnit 5 can be done using @disabled annotation. Can be done using @disabled annotation. Yes, @disabled annotation. Here is the story. @disabled annotation. But listen carefully, boss. Listen carefully. Okay, my question is, I am creating object for this arithmetic operation in every test method. Is it not the bad part, guys? Create one time and use it for multiple times. Create one time and use it for multiple times. That sounds good. Then we have to go for before all method and after all annotation. Before all and after all. Okay, guys, tell me here what I am set. Public void setup. Here I am taking what, guys? Before all. This will execute before executing all the test cases. Before executing any test case, guys. Before all. Here what I do, take global variable. Provide arithmetic operations AR is equal to null. AR null by default null only will be there. Here what? AR is equal to new arithmetic operations of. AR is equal to new arithmetic operations of. Yeah, this is what, right? At the end, boss, at the end of all these things, can I write it? At the end of all these things, can I write public void, tear down? Some many name, any name we can give. These are not fixed names we can give. Get the rate after all. Get the rate after all. AR is equal to null. AR is equal to null, boss. Tell me, boss, what happens? Sys trace. Sys trace. Sys trace. Sys trace. Sys trace. Sys trace, guys. Yeah, everywhere I'm saying sys trace. I'm printing out. Arithmetic operation object is already created here. When it is already created here, we can use it instead of creating every time AR dot, right? AR dot. AR dot. Here also AR dot. Though it is ignoring, there is no wrong of going for AR dot, AR dot. Once everything is done, I am nullifying. I am nullifying, right? Right click, run as JUnit test. JUnit test. What's happening? Must be static. Nothing is there, guys. Okay. Yeah, the setup and tear down method should be taken without object, guys. Should be called without object. That's why we should take them as static. We should just take them as static. When you take this one as static, guys, this object also should be taken as static object numbers. Private static. So that's so that static data can be used in both static and non-static. Because it try to call these method without object, boss. It will try to call these method setup and tear down method without object. Not compulsory, boss. You can take other names also. Setup ones, clean ones. This kind of names you can take. Run as a JUnit test. So now you observe. You look at the JUnit result. 4 by 4, 1 is skipped. But observe the console, guys. Setup is called first. Tear down is called last. So here initialization logic for entire test case, test method, for uninitialization logic for entire test methods, for the entire test method can be placed or not. For the entire test methods can be placed or not. I want reply, boss. Yeah, setup here, tear down. Setup here, tear down here. Right? Array, listen, location is not important. You keep this one in the beginning also, it will execute at the end. Please, don't worry about the location. You keep this after all method at the end, at the beginning also. It will execute at the end of all the test cases. Only for understanding purpose, I kept at the oh, it will go by annotation, boss. It will go by annotations, right? Yeah, it will go by annotations happily. Yeah, tell me, guys. Instead of creating Instead of creating service class object, instead of creating service class object in every test method, in every test method, it is better to create, it is better to create only for one time, only for one time in the after all method, and we can initialize, uninitialize. Same object, we can uninitialize the same object. Come on, we can uninitialize the same object using at the rate. What is there? At the rate after all method. We can initialize the same object using what? At the rate. I think this is before all, right? Using at the rate after all. At the rate after all. At the rate after all. Right, boss? Let's go down. Copy this. For all guys, here is what after. Let's Understood, guys? Got the point, my dear? I want reply. Super, guys. I'll talk more on JUnit when we meet in next class. Let me put this content in the Google Drive. Yes, guys. Pushpaja, no problem. I will take. There we will take care of Spring Basics also. There we will take care of Spring Basics also. No problem. Guys. Backup video, everything is there in the Google Drive. Archie Kurde, I replied yesterday almost all the mails. Check the mail ID once and remember. Okay, everyone can attend that batch. Anyone can attend that batch, no problem. Yeah, Spring Boot and microservices, 5:30 p.m. DevSecApp, 8th February. Okay. Tell me, what is the tool we are having? New folder, JUnit. Create. Oh, okay. Anand Sai, only demo class recordings we will get, na? After that, you have to attend live classes, right? Okay. New Spring Boot and microservice batch, 22nd onwards, evening 45 p.m. 22nd onwards, evening 8:45 p.m. Okay, guys. Yeah, that is going to be 120 to 130 sessions. 120 to 130 sessions, guys. CFS 902 JUnit. This is the tool. Okay. Yeah, that contains Spring Basic, Spring Boot, and microservices. That contains Spring Basic, Spring Boot, and microservices. Clear, boss? Thank you. Muhammad, Spring Basics means Spring Core module. Spring Core Basics means Spring Core module. 22nd onwards, evening 8:45. Okay, guys. Kalyan Marag. There is no separate Spring batch for my side. I teach Spring Basics, Spring Boot, and microservices together. Okay. I teach Spring Basics, Spring Boot, microservices.
చేయాలి